Hello Northgardians, we're back for episode 2 of our hard mode 100% completion series. So, chapter 2 is Footholds. Northgard is a harsh continent. If we do not manage to tame these lands, we will be erased from all memories. Brand, you're so dramatic. Let's go.
My companion's eyes were shining with ambition.
We set off across the sea. And that's pretty much the story. We land and we've got to sort shit out. Okay. Here we go. It's a cutscene. War Chief. Land ho, we finally set sail. Land ho, we finally set foot on Northgard. Blah blah blah. We need some buildings. We need some wood. We need some food. Let's stop talking about it and do it. Okay. So as usual, yeah. Let's go blah blah blah. So our objectives for this mission: we have to colonize 8 territories, reach 200 fame, which was a resource we weren't even aware of in the previous mission. And as bonus objectives, we have to reach 6 happiness. It's pretty easy. Destroy all the wolf dens. And have some trade routes with Harvard. Who's Harvard? That's a bit of a spoiler. But then I guess you actually don't see these achievements until such time as you complete the mission once. So I guess it's actually not a spoiler. There you go. The more you know. Alright. I'll stop slacking and get these buildings going. I'm just going to be doing the same exact thing as I did in the previous video, pretty much with clearing out the local tiles. There's not a lot to it. Build a training camp, make 2 warriors, and then go on a murdering campaign. One tip for this mission to help it go a little bit quicker. Again, this isn't really a mission that you can lose. Don't explore this tile. Don't explore this tile. Probably, well, until you're ready to fight some things, because there's a scripted event which is going to spawn. I think it's 2 Draga. It's not too much. And they're basically going to wander over here and attack you. And Draga, unlike wolves, are actually quite strong. They're stronger than a warrior. So it's good to be prepared for them, I suppose. So yeah, so mission 2 is where we're going to be exposed to pretty much every one of their economic resources in the game. So we're going to have a look at law, we're going to have a look at fame, we're going to have a look at stone, we're going to have a look at iron. It's all going to be very exciting. Lots of murdering to do. There we go. Very good. Good job, Brand. Good job murdering the wolves. So after we're done clearing, we are going to be sadly sacking. Whoa! No! Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't actually want him to die, but it's okay. We have more gold than we need anyway. It's okay. And we're just going to be ready for this tile to be opened. What is this creature? Could it be a Draga? Oh my god! And here they come. We're wasting no time. Oh, it's just 1. No, there's 2. Okay, so there's 2 variants of Draga. If they have a sword and sometimes a shield, then There's the melee Draga, and they have melee attacks, as you'd expect. But these fancy little fellows back here, they do in fact have ranged attacks, which makes them a little bit more dangerous. In particular, you can't cheese them with axe throwers, which might be something we get to in this mission. It's pretty useful, a pretty useful little technique for your multiplayer gameplay. Oh, Brand! Oh, you're dead. Okay, well, there's some bad micro, but it's no big deal. Okay, maybe it is a big deal. I shouldn't have to make another warrior here. Some guys on wood. So 2 individuals. Oh, it's a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame, but not too bad. So when you're playing Northgard, it's good to take moments to think about your priorities for the rest of the year. And I think my goals for the end of this year are going to be to probably murder the sheep. And let's see, I'll probably take these tiles. It's quite useful to try and find 5 target tiles to take when you're playing Northgard. The first 5, well, your first 5 tiles, including your home tiles, so the first 4 tiles that you actually take in addition to it, will give you an additional point of happiness on their own. And that's not something that you'll actually get from every tile that you take. After that, so 5 tiles is kind of a nice number of tiles that you should try and get. You should always try and get 5 tiles, and then go from there. If you find you want more, then go ahead. You also need the building space, I suppose. Okay. So yeah, we'll get our additional woodcutter's lodge done. Probably just leave this one unmanned until winter begins. We don't need that much extra wood. The reason I moved the woodcutters to this forest, if you're unaware, a woodcutter's lodge in a forest will improve the wood production of woodcutters within it by 10%, which is a nice bonus. Generally, it's worthwhile having a look around for a forest. Okay, let's go grab this tile. We do have Draga bordering, and when you're playing on high difficulty, there is a slight chance that the Draga will come in and invade, but that only becomes a possibility after the beginning of the first winter. So for now we're safe, and even if they do attack us, it's not going to be the end of the world. Mostly just grab all of our villagers, put this one in the front to tank blows since she's already injured. Yeah, we'll probably kill it without too much hassle. Blah blah blah. We've got lore. Okay, so the lore screen. Exciting times. So I'm going to assume that you're already familiar with the basic idea of the lore tree. It's basically a tech tree of Northgard. I think we're going to go for trading to start us off. We will be needing coin in this game. Looking at these free options, trading is generally the most powerful. +2 gold is what it gives you, and also the ability to trade. And +2 gold is basically the entire output of a merchant. So that's a good way to compare the value of laws is to think about it in terms of how much of a villager they give you. And so +2 gold is equivalent to an entire merchant's output. Whereas sharp axes, 15% more wood. I only have 2 woodcutters at the moment, so it basically gives me 30% of a villager, which is a lot less than trading does. But after this, we're going to be going along for sharp axes, colonization, eradication, probably advanced silos, maybe? I don't know. Something along those lines. And to allow us to do that, we're going to be choosing these unfortunate Draga here, and I get to show you the little trick to clearing them out. Ah yes, I did say I was going to put some guys on wood, didn't I? This is my first time doing commentary, by the way, so forgive me if I get a little bit distracted as I ramble on. And give me some feedback as well. Let me know. Let me know what you think of the video. I'm curious. Genuinely curious. So I do want to work this farm in the wintertime. Sorry, in the summertime, so I'll start building it now. I will also be getting a hunting lodge here. I know I said in the first mission that it's often not worth getting a hunting lodge, but that's mostly the case if you're not upgrading it, and I think I will be. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. I probably won't bother with the fishery though. Villagers, come down here. You're going to be an expert because you're already a bit injured, so I think you'll be useful for fighting. We got our other injured villager, very nice, very nice. Generally speaking, it's a good idea to have healthy villagers working in specialised jobs, and injured villagers, it's much better for them to be available. So, yeah, Draga, they're strong, but they're also slow. And if you have an axe thrower and there aren't any ranged Draga on a tile, then you can basically just clear them out like this. It's just a little bit of micro. And with it, yeah, it saves you a lot of resources. It probably would have taken me probably 4 warriors to kill these guys, and I probably would have had 2 of them injured, or 2 of them killed, 1 of them wounded. And converting 4 warriors costs 100 gold, so yeah, it's quite a big saving actually. With this method I'm taking no health damage. Let's go ahead and get this built. Some villages on here. Let's see, 13 out of 16. Yeah. It's maybe a bit early, but we can go ahead and build another house before I forget later on. We'll build it in the forest, so our villagers can village here. And then on this tile, I'm not going to build my silo just yet. Instead, if we turn on our information overlay, we'll find out this tile actually has 2 available buildings slots. So if we were to build a mine here, then we wouldn't be able to actually. Well, if we were to put a silo here, then we wouldn't be able to build a mine, and that's a problem. So we won't be doing that. What we will be doing, however, is coming up here and building ourselves a nice tower. Yes. And then we'll go and hop 2 villagers onto this little circle. We can afford to do this, of course. Our income and whatnot are looking pretty solid. Got sharp axes, very good. And I'm going to wait for this villager to finish doing her thing with this this tower here, and then I'm going to pop a feast. And there's a couple of reasons I'm doing that. The first one is that we've reached 0 happiness, and at 0 happiness we get a pretty substantial debuff to the rate that new villagers arrive in the camp, and I do want my economy to grow, and for that I will need more villagers. So popping a feast will give me +2 happiness, and yeah, get rid of this low income of villagers to our camp. It's also a good time for a feast because we're going to have everyone in our settlement working. We don't have any military units, no one's building, no one's scouting. So we're going to be making the maximum possible use of the 20% bonus to production that we get from the feast. Which is pretty nice. So now that we've started working on our law, I think my remaining goals for this year are going to be to do a bit of scouting in the winter, probably scout this tile and this tile. I might be tempted to go ahead. Actually, I'll go colonization, we're going to need that. Definitely going to need that. Although maybe I shouldn't have taken it just yet. Hard to say. No, it's fine. It's fine. Again, this is as I said earlier, you can't really fail this mission. And the objectives are pretty easy as well. Yeah, you can't really fail this mission. It's easy. What more can I say? So that feast is done. Let's go ahead and do another one. The cost of feasts increases every time you do it. The first one's 100, which is really cheap. You should pretty much always do your first feast at some point. Second one's 150, third one's 220. Those are pretty reasonable too. And then after that it becomes 330, I think, for your fourth feast. That's quite a lot of food. At that point you're going to be spending so much food getting your feast started, you might not be getting... Well, in fact, you probably won't be getting more out of that unless you have a very large economy. So, I tend not to do more than 3 feasts in most games. And yeah, when a feast is going on, you mostly just want to sit back and let your settlement do its thing. No need to build anything. We get our fame bonus. bunch of extra resources for us. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. I think stags' fame bonuses are quite strong in general. Let's see, how can I see them? Here? Here. Yeah, so we get 150 food and woods and crowns and 10 stone. That's a lot of stuff for reaching 200 fame. I think it's probably the best one in the game. Of course, it doesn't really make up for the fact that Stag doesn't really have any good abilities now that we've had our very recent silo nerf in Northgard's 1.0. For those of you who don't know, you used to be able to build silos on every single tile. Now you can only build them on tiles with food silos on them, which kind of sucks. Aha! This is why I built the tower. So there's walls on both these towers. And every once in a while they'll poke in, try and bite some villagers. Positioning the tower here, I think gives us the best chance of drawing the wolves' attention away from my lore masters. Okay. No, we'll wait till winter. We'll wait till winter starts. Just be patient. Patience is next to godliness. Or is that cleanliness? I forget. Oh yes, we did get eradication. I want to get a silo bit hill for the +1 happiness. You can come and do this. This bill. Let's see, what else can we do in winter? Need a trading post. Why not get a shield there? No. I'm not getting the marketplace. We have trading post, I mean. Whoa! 3 wolves here, thankfully they bugged out. This is gonna take a little while. Oh, I can sack this guy off, that's good. Boom! Alright, we're gonna need another one up to finish building this house. And repair our tower. your scouting as well. I'm just going to pull this villager off this this tile because whilst the law masters will keep themselves contained to the proximity of the law circle, a villager will run under absolutely anywhere in a tile he likes, including the absolute borders next to the dangerous, deadly wolves. So if I left him on this tile, it's very likely that if a wolf did come in and attack, that they would catch him before they hit the tower. Which isn't really ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these guys off wood now. I don't think I need this wood cartilage anymore. Pretty soon we're going to be upgrading this one. We already have a nice big stockpile of wood for our upgrades, so... Alright, let's do some upgrades. Whoa, it's another dude! And they're up here! Hello! Just shout across the entire island! I love how conversations happen in this game. Thank you! It should not be much of a hassle! It makes no sense. Why do they just talk across the entire island? Chill out. Just be chill. Go ahead and get our training route started. The worthwhileness of trading routes is an interesting topic. When it's like this, you're trading for -6 of your resource, it will always be -6, and plus 3 gold. It's kind of neither worth it nor not worth it. Oh, yeah, just taking Yord's blessing here, it's pretty much the best blessing to take early on in every single case. Plus 20 stone and 10 iron is a lot. It's great. So anyway, back to trade routes. This kind of it's really just converting wood into gold and not really earning you anything in net. Gold in this game it's about half. It's about twice as hard to make as food and wood are, so getting plus 3 gold for -6 wood isn't really worth it. But as you can see, very shortly it goes up to plus 4 as we develop a better trading relationship with him. And so now this is actually quite an efficient exchange for us, which is nice. Especially as we kind of wait a little while before we go ahead and get some merchants. I was specifically waiting for coinage before I bothered to actually get these guys being merchants. Let's see. And we also got 10 iron from this, so I'm going to go ahead and improve my merchants first and then my farmers. Yeah, iron tool upgrades are extremely efficient ways of improving your economy in Northgard. running one single woodcutter. When did that happen? I didn't recall this. Anyhow, seem to be running out of happiness. It's unfortunate. I guess we'll do the school building. Maxed out on food. Another good reason to hold a feast, because you you've made more food than you can store. Okay.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Skål!
So I'll upgrade this.
Ahoy! Jiffer! Ahoy! Ahoy!
Oh,
Ahoy!
miners are done. Good job, miners.
Ahoy!
And I have zeroed villagers. Excellent. Excellent. That's what I like to see. So I'm pretty much done with all of the economic law choices that I want now. So I'm going to start focusing on the military tree. Yeah, if I'd been going for more of a longer game, then I would have been interested in taking carpentry mastery and mining efficiency before I started doing upgrading and mining. But this mission isn't really that hard. There's not too much to kill. Mostly it's just a lot of scouting, and you also have to make quite a lot of food in order to remove all of the wolf camps. So what do I want my final building upgrades to be? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and build this fisherman's hut now that I can upgrade it.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
I'm going to go on a little bit of a clearing spree just before winter happens. Timing. Send the warriors first. Is their job after all to tank the hits? Yeah, and I really should have waited for fur coats to be done before I started doing this, but yeah. It would have been good if I had a a shield bearer camp as well. Which I don't have. Yeah, you know what? This was a bad idea. I probably shouldn't have done this. Let's see. Schools, can you go and do this for me? This is awkward. Yeah, I've definitely made a bit of a blunder here. Hang on a second. Alright. We can fix this. I just have to blow up some buildings. Yeah. Okay, that'll be enough. To make sure this guy dies. Oh, this is so inefficient. Oh. I promise I'll be playing a lot more accurately in later missions. So yeah, when I say inaccurately, what I've really done wrong here is it would have been much more efficient for me to do this clearing after winter was over. Come with an army of, I don't know, 10 guys, and I could have really trashed through pretty much every mob on the map without much resistance. But because I've done it this way, we're going to have to make a second army later on, because this one isn't going to be strong enough to wipe out everything on the map. But we can certainly kill these guys with our axe for a cheese. Oh. There's fair coats. Right as winter ends. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. I'll take it. So these are the 2 additional wolf camps to clear out in addition to this one, which I've already done. I guess we'll just go ahead and do this. Territory has reached a substantial size. Lucky us. You know, we actually really do need to come and kill these wolves. What I kind of wanted to do was to bring these guys home, but I'm gonna wait a little bit on that. So I would really like to clear out this these free wolves here. If I don't kill them, then they're going to come and cause problems by invading these tiles. And so are these Draga, actually. So I'm going to go and kill them too. Kill them with cheese. Able trader out. Yes. Do that. Sounds good.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
Excellent. All done. See, now I can happily get back to whatever it is I was doing before. I really don't need this Hall of Schools. I really don't think I need it. I definitely don't need this anymore. We'll get rid of this. Paying 36 upkeep. Yeah, in case you don't know, every building has an upkeep associated with it, and that figure is per year. As the expensive actually tells you. Oh. So that works out to 36 a year. That's 3 gold a month, which is like half a gold per tick. So that's actually quite a lot. It's worth getting rid of buildings when you don't need them anymore. Definitely worthwhile. I think pretty soon I'm going to be getting rid of the scout camp, I think. I don't think there's any more wolf camps. Yeah. So I'll get rid of the scout camp. Once I'll wait for my scouts to finish this final tile first of all. And then all that's left to do is make an army to kill these bears, kill these wolves, kill these wolves, and then colonize these tiles. Just going to be a fair bit of food. And then we'll bring it over and finally help out our goat friend here. Murder all the things over here. And yeah, we can get some iron upgrades going, which I should have done a while ago. Whoops. Definitely is a lot more difficult to play a game effectively whilst also providing commentary. Over winter time. So just go ahead and get those ready now. And yeah, we'll probably clear over winter as well, since we do have fur coats. Miners are done. Not entirely sure if it's worth upgrading this. Upgrading buildings is useful, only if you intend to actually have workers working in them. Oh, that's the sheep farm, of course. In which case, yeah, sheep have nothing to do other than provide you with food, so... Okay, so I think we're about done for law. do another feast, I suppose. That'll be the last feast. And yeah, since we got feeding safe, it probably makes sense to go ahead and grab Bran back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoi hoi, hoi hoi. I said I was going to do this in winter, didn't I? I'm a liar. I'm just a liar. I'm going to be honest. I had no intention of doing it in the winter. I'm too impatient. I need them done now. Didn't I tell you guys to be villagers? I think I did. Maybe not. So let's see. 6 villagers, and we'll probably grab our hunters to come help clear. Maybe the merchants. Seem to be capped on food again. So we'll have. If you hold control and click on a building, then you can send villagers in one, even when you have multiple villagers selected. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 shield bearers.
Ahoy! Vabnom! Vabnom! Ahoy!
I will have 3 shield bearers. Hey! You guys can come help too. We have the money. We'll get our shield bearers going in first. Murder this bear. Murder. So yeah, broadly speaking, when you're clearing out neutrals, a couple of shield bearers. Oh, come on! This wolf spawned in like 2 seconds. Unbelievable. But having a bunch of shield bearers in the front just to tank the damage, and then X-Ferrers in the back to give you DPS is the most efficient way to do things. This isn't the case in multiplayer games where human opponents will be smart enough to run straight past your shield bearers and go and kill your Axe-Ferrers, your vulnerable Axe-Ferrers, but that's not to say it can't work, but it's usually a better idea to use other compositions of armies if you're going to be fighting a human opponent mostly. But for most of them, most of the single player, a couple of shields and a bunch of Axe-Ferrers is what you're going to be using. Very good. Grab this. Then, just to make sure I manage this achievement. Right, well, if I still had my Hall of Skulls, then I would go ahead and throw. Well, we should still be able to reach enough happiness here. Hang on, I'm just going to go ahead and sack off this shield bearer, and that should make everyone happy enough. Yeah, there we go, 6 happiness. So that's enough of this. All wolf dens are now destroyed, apart from these 2 here, which good old Harvard is going to be doing after he finishes getting eaten alive by wolves. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. I'm going to go ahead and grab these guys here.
Ahoy!
Oh no, I want you guys to stay here. I want the axe, all my woodcutters. Let's go and help out now. Okay, very good. A little bit of reinforcements. Let's see. Let's get cover there. Go and troll these guys a little bit.
Dark far!
Very good, very good. Brand's actually getting quite low now, so we'll bring up these shields to tank for him. And I'm going to leave him on this tile, just so no wolves spawn before Harvard will colonize it for us. Okay, good stuff, and that should be the mission. As soon as as soon as we manage to actually Harvard manages to get his act together. Click the colonize button. Do it. Do it. Do it. There we go. Good stuff. Alright. So that's mission 2. Again, you can't fail, really. Pretty straightforward. Build a decent economy before you go attack. You're going to need plenty of food to go and kill the wolves. And go and murder everything with axe throwers and a couple of shield bearers. Good stuff. Alright, thanks for watching guys. See you in mission 3.